Hello! So you've just started Endwalker. You enter Charlian, and you see people trying to act super edgy with their scythes, and you think to yourself, I want to do that. So you became a Reaper. Reaper is a super cool melee DPS that uses a scythe and starts at level 70. This job has some pretty flashy abilities and has some utility to it. It got some pretty cool stuff with Dawntrail, and I'm really excited to be remaking my most popular video. So let's take a look. Let's start with Reaper's most important weapon skill, Shadow of Death. This single target weapon skill will apply a debuff on your target called Death's Design for 30 seconds. Death's Design can be extended up to 1 minute and will increase your damage dealt to that target by 10%. It is very important to keep this debuff going throughout any encounter, so keep an eye on it. You can also apply Death's Design to nearby enemies using Whirl of Death, which is an AoE weapon skill. Now let's get into your main combo, which is Slice into Waxing Slice, then into Infernal Slice. Each of these weapon skills will increase your soul gauge by 10. Your AoE combo will consist of Spinning Scythe into Nightmare Scythe. Both of these weapon skills will increase your soul gauge by 10 as well. Your ranged spell, Harp, will also increase your soul gauge by 10. Whenever an enemy dies with Death's Design active, it'll also increase your soul gauge by 10. Soul Slice will increase your soul gauge by 50 and is a single target weapon skill, while Soul Scythe will also increase your soul gauge by 50 and is an AoE weapon skill. When you reach 50 on your soul gauge, you can use Bloodstalk, a single target attack, or Grim Swath, an AoE attack. Each of these abilities will give you a stack of Soul Reaver, allowing you to use either Gibbet, a single target weapon skill with a flank positional, Gallows, another single target weapon skill with a rear positional, or Guillotine, a cone AoE weapon skill. Using either Gibbet or Gallows will grant you a 1 minute buff that gives a damage buff to the other. This will also change Bloodstalk to either Unveiled Gibbet or Unveiled Gallows, depending on which buff you have. Both of these abilities are stronger than your normal Bloodstalk. After you pick either Gibbet or Gallows to start with, you're going to want to keep alternating between them to keep the 1 minute buff going between them. The weapon skill that you need to press will be lit up as well. At level 76, you can use Gluttony. This is an AoE attack that grants 2 stacks of Soul Reaver. At level 96, Gluttony will instead give 2 stacks of Executioner, which changes all 3 Soul Reaver weapon skills into stronger versions. Gibbet will change to Executioner's Gibbet, Gallows will change into Executioner's Gallows, and Guillotine will change to Executioner's Guillotine. Something important to mention is that you must use your Soul Reaver or Executioner weapon skills before doing anything else, as doing anything else will make you lose all stacks of Soul Reaver or Executioner. So make sure to use your stacks before doing anything else. At level 80, your Soul Reaver and Executioner weapon skills will increase your Shroud gauge by 10. When you hit 50 on your Shroud gauge, you can use Enshroud. This will change all of your Soul Reaver weapon skills into different reaping weapon skills that have faster recast times. Gibbet and Gallows will change into Void Reaping and Cross Reaping and have the same alternating damage buff. So make sure to alternate during Enshroud as well. You also don't have to worry about positionals during Enshroud, as Void Reaping and Cross Reaping don't have any positionals. Guillotine will also change into Grim Reaping. At level 86, after your second and fourth weapon skill during Enshroud, you can use either Lemur's Slice, a single target attack, or Lemur's Scythe, an AoE attack. These abilities should be weaved in before you finish Enshroud. At level 92, when you use Enshroud, Gluttony will change into Sacrificium, which is a strong AoE attack. At level 90, you can use Communio, which is a really strong AoE spell that instantly ends Enshroud when you use it. Communio should be the last move you use during Enshroud, meaning you want to use a combination of 4 reaping weapon skills, making sure to weave in 2 of your Lemur abilities and Sacrificium, and then use Communio to end Enshroud. At level 72, you'll get Arcane Circle. This will increase the damage dealt by yourself and nearby party members by 3% for 20 seconds. At level 88, Arcane Circle will also give yourself and nearby party members Circle of Sacrifice for 5 seconds. During those 5 seconds, if you or your party presses a weapon skill or spell, it'll give you a stack of Immortal Sacrifice. You're able to be given Immortal Sacrifice stacks for 6 seconds, and when that duration ends, you'll be able to use Plentiful Harvest, which is a strong line AoE attack that gets stronger the more Immortal Sacrifice stacks you have. It also grants you Ideal Host for 30 seconds, which allows you to go into Enshroud with no Shroud gauge cost. At level 100, Plentiful Harvest will allow you to use Perfectio upon using Communio, which is an extremely strong AoE weapon skill. With Perfectio, you can use it right after Communio, or you can use it to help with downtime if you know you're going to be disengaging from an enemy. Before we go on, if you're enjoying the video, I highly suggest you subscribe and leave a like as well, as it really helps me out. If you want to support me even more, please consider becoming a member. My lowest tier is only $1 a month, and I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your support. Moving on, at level 82, you'll get So, which will give you a buff of the same name, and change the button into Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is a really strong AoE weapon skill that should be pressed at least once during an encounter. Outside of combat, So will be an instant cast. During combat, however, it has a 5-second cast time. The only ideal time you should be casting it is during downtime in a fight when the boss goes untargetable. So should be pressed before you start any encounter or after you wipe during a raid. Arcane Crest is a personal shield that lasts for 5 seconds. At level 84, if this shield breaks, it'll apply a small regen to yourself and nearby party members for 15 seconds. Hell's Ingress is your gap closer, while Hell's Egress is your gap opener. Using either of these abilities will allow you to cast Harp with no cast time. If you use this instant cast Harp, it'll decrease the cooldown of both Hell's Ingress and Egress by 5 seconds. At level 74, upon using either Hell's Ingress or Egress, it'll leave behind a portal and change the other ability into Regress. Pressing Regress will bring you back to the portal that you made. Overall though, I still really enjoy Reaper. I love this job a lot, but I'm still gonna main Dragoon. I don't see the job changing too much in 8.0. Also, I'm really thankful for all the support on my old Reaper guide, despite my horrible pronunciation of Solso. It's honestly insane how much traction that video brought to my channel, so thank you all for sticking around and watching this channel grow. But yeah, that basically sums up Reaper, so bye!